And here we are, everyone. I think, possibly, probably, and potentially, audio is beaming its way through wires, the pipes that form the internet, into your ears, into the horns of your brain, and tintillating and scintillating and delighting you. Or already you're like, oh god, what's this? And we're switching off. Hello everyone, the bridge enthusiast is here. So many people are here. We're going to do it, everyone. It's a Bridges episode. Why is it a Bridges episode? Well, firstly, I need to make sure I switch that off. Let me just switch capture cursor off. It is because, well, for a variety of reasons. Interestingly enough, Network Rail, and the link to this video is in the description. Network Rail posted a video at the start of the week talking about Goole Swing Bridge, Skelton Viaduct, as it's often known. A delightful structure, and here we are. They've done some content. It's grade 2 listed. And, funnily enough, I'd already been planning to do the Movable Bridges episode, which has been kind of, for the Patreon people, it's been in the works for a while. And here we are. As Al Storer says, they're very moved by this episode. Well, hopefully all of you are going to be moved by this episode. We're going to do it, everyone. It's the Movable Bridges Rail Natter. The thing is, multiple issues there. Number one is that I forgot to update the episode title, so you're going to get double. Damn it! I will fix this. You're going to get double. You're going to get double Ivor. It's happening, but also because I forgot to move the audio at probably. Everyone's thinking, "Oh, this is going to be slick. This is going to be slick." No, it's Rail Natter. We don't do slick. We do shonky, we do things bursting into flames spontaneously, and most importantly, we do making the sound come into my ears rather than out into the wider world. That also helps. As ever, this is a professional outfit. We're professional people, and we're going to just slide through everything like it's absolutely fine. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah, something about Rail Natter. Yeah, and the fact that you can be welcomed to it. And we're going to talk about movable bridges while I sip some tea. Welcome to tonight's episode, Double Ivor the Engine. Croeso! City 225 fades away. Yeah, it doesn't count if I don't say that. So you get double Ivor, and I get to say, as the City 225 fades away. Yes. Shout out to Mark Hipwell. Hi, Mark. Hi. Mark Hipwell 1990 on the Twitters. But also shout out to Bessie for painting these wonderful rocks. Go back to that old episode. Delight it was. But it's interesting. So, we think of railway structures. We think of the grand, we think of the very grand. Let's get my miniaturized face in the corner. Hello, everyone, I'm here. We think of the grand sort of epics of the bridge, the Forth Bridge. And it's a structure I love. My favourite structure in the world. We think of viaducts, brick and stone viaducts. And then we often think of the swinging these swinging bridges, these movable bridges. They are iconic. They're an iconic feature. They're an interesting structure. Yeah, Mark, your bridge rocks are here, as is your mantelpiece. Anyway, so they're there. Look at them, aren't they wonderful? And so we're going to be talking about the latter of these three lovely bridgey type things. We're going to be talking about movable bridges, but first we must talk about the news. Because, he's back, baby! Shapsy! He is back. Our special boy, Grant Shapps, has returned. Not in disgrace, but in honour, and with everyone giving him everything. He is somehow Home Secretary. He's got Home Secretary, folks. It's happened. He is back. Here he is, looking pensive, with Portillo looking upon him, puzzled. As all of us are, indeed, at this very moment. but he is back. And we're going to enjoy the presence of Shaps. What might he do? What's he going to put his name on? Is he going to change? Is he going to change something to the? Is he going to change some element of the Home Office to the Shaps office? I don't know. What's he going to do? Who knows what he's going to do? Oh, glorious. So apart from that, there is no other news right now. No, there is other news, yes, but we're going to store up the other news. Well, to be honest, the other news isn't news. For anyone who's been watching RailNat, the other stuff about GBR and the HQ competition being binned, that's not news to any of us watching this, is it? It's not news, because we knew it was going to happen, so it's not news. But also, we are going to be talking about some more news in a couple of weeks for that episode. But next week's a pre-record. We'll get there, folks. Anyway, enough of that. Let's crack on, shall we? Let's crack on. We're going to talk about movable bridges. I'm excited about this one. This has been a fun one. It's the list compiled by people chipping in here and there, sending suggestions in left, right, and centre. Just to we'll get to some T's and C's about this list momentarily. But we're going to talk about movable bridges. I'm excited. So here is GB. By some definitions or others. Anglesey is missing, as Gareth Williams in the chat. Where are you, Gareth? There you are. I will find the original the original SVG of this and reinstate Anglesey. Anyway, but this is the contiguous solid lump that is the big mainland of whatever this is. I don't even know what you call this mainland, but it's the funny shaped thing that we all basically recognise and love or hate or are largely indifferent to, but it's a funny shaped recognisable island, and this is what the island I'm going to be looking at, because the Network Rail's infrastructure is largely confined to this island, other than the island line, and indeed the line going on to Anglesey. So maybe I need to include the bits that have NR infrastructure on them. But anyway, Network Rail, GB. The reason I'm clarifying this is because I'm not including Northern Ireland, which is has its own rail network. Northern Ireland, we've already had one submission via Twitter for what was it called? Was it Banbridge? I was the fetching looking movable bridge. Actually, I was quite pleased. People say it's called Great Britain. I mean, yes, it is called Great Britain and Northern Ireland, but Great Britain also includes some of the islands. Great Britain is also used interchangeably by some legal things. Ignore people, but legally, interchangeably, Great Britain is used to mean both, even though most of us reasonable people here don't agree that that's accurate, because it does actively seek to erase the existence of Northern Ireland. But anyway, and I don't know if there are movable bridges in Ireland, in the Republic of Ireland. I don't know. There might well be. What you need for here where they all are on this island, and you can see that there's a general theme of where most of them are on the flat, soggy bit of the country in the east. Others are where water is involved. Actually, others are where canals are involved. So the two up in the top give you a hint for what those ones might be. And the others, well, they're a bit more of a broad mix. But generally, the high concentration of flat part of England. It's Westeros, yes, agree. There aren't too many movable bridges on Sark. I'd agree with that as well. In any case, we could do a movable bridges on Ireland episode. Send in the lists. It might be a shorter episode, admittedly. So here is our list, and we're going to go through. There are, to my counting, 17 movable bridges. They're not all swing bridges, by the way, but there are 17 movable bridges, and we're going to work our way. We're going to work our way through all of them. Someone's shouted Abermaw. I don't know if Abermaw is a. Please tell me I've not. So anyway, lots of you are going to be shouting at me for the ones I've missed, but there are 17, and we'll get to the end and you can tell me all the ones I've missed. But so if you've got your one that you know and love and I've missed it, then firstly, you should have been paying attention to the Discord when I asked you all. Secondly, you can tell me at the end. So let's get on with this, shall we? Let's do this thing. Here we are. That's loud. How's the sound balance anyway? I want a bit of dramatic music underneath this while we go. So, in at number 17 is the I don't know how to pronounce this. It's the Vazon sliding railway bridge. Yeah, that's right. Here it is. Look at it. It's a strange thing, isn't it? I just realised that every time I click out, which might happen quite regularly, people are going to be like, "What?" People are going to be... The music is going to pause every time I click out. This is why... A reminder why I don't put music into my slides. Anyway, it's fine. Fine. Abermore, yes. Is it Abermau? Rather, Abermore. Yeah, thank you, Gareth. Yes, true. Right. Anyway, I digress. This is an interesting one. So this sliding bridge is it is located in. Wait a minute. Let me remind myself exactly where it is next to. It's located. Oh, of course it is. Yes, it's located near Keedby in. Well, it's kind of like. Keedby is like. I should have put maps in, shouldn't I? The benefit of hindsight. So it's. It's in Lincolnshire. It's in the vicinity of. It's kind of south of Hull, basically, but it's in Lincolnshire. Not in South Yorkshire. It's in Lincolnshire, and it's an interesting one. This is an interesting one. So. Oh, by the way, these. Oh, I should have talked about criteria, shouldn't I? So the criteria for this is. They don't have to still move, but it's obviously nice. But they have to be the same bridge structure from when they did move. So even if they don't actually function to move anymore, or even if they've been welded shut, kind of it has to still be the same structure from when it did move. So in a way, you could sort of reinstate the movability. So they don't have to still be moving functionally. Are you okay with that? Are you okay with that criteria, everyone? Okay. Anyway, so this is interesting. This literally slides as a physical piece. Look at it, it's bonkers. Slides as a physical piece. Back. It slides back as a physical piece. Very interesting. Rather than like rotating or lifting, it slides. It translates, if you like. Just translates. So there you go. The Vazon sliding railway bridge near Keedby. It's not the last bridge in Keedby that we'll be going near, you'll be glad to know. Anyway, there it is. Nice canal. All sorts of lovely stuff around it. Number 16. What is in at number 16? It is. I think the music's just given up, hasn't it? Shall we try and get that going on in the background? Maybe I'll make the magic happen. Wait a minute. I'm going to go big face. Talk amongst yourselves, because I'm going to make this work if it's the damnedest thing I do. Music. There we are. I just want to listen to some Ninth Symphony, you know. There we go. Let's get that going in the background. Fine. It's happening. Right. Anyway. I'm going to make that quieter. There. Fine. How's that volume-wise? Tell me if you want a bit more louder Beethoven or if you want quieter Beethoven. Anyway, let's get on with it. So, Trowse Bridge. This one is, for a variety of reasons, is an interesting structure because, well, it's the only movable bridge that is electrified. Also, it was renewed. Oh, so the last one was renewed. You might have noticed, actually, if we look at the picture. We're going to make pings happen again. The last one, you can see, it looks new because it was renewed in 2004. So these are going to be in age order, reversing age order. So the newest to the oldest. That's the order we're going to do. So we're going to aim for the oldest. So you all get to work out which you think is the oldest movable bridge. So the sliding rail bridge near Keedby is 2004, renewed in 2004. Trowse Bridge was renewed in 1987, I assume as part of electrification, because uniquely, it's the only electrified one. You can see it's got this sort of fixed. Oh, I should have got my Wacom out. It's got this fixed movable bar. You can sort of see as it goes across, right? It's got the fixed movable bar. Oh, you know what? I just need to get the pen out, don't I? Let's get the pen. Ink color white. There we are. Nice white. Now I need to just move my nuts that was sustaining me momentarily and plug in my Wacom. Come on, Wacom. There we go. For anyone wanting a succinct professional episode, guess again. Oh, you all got the little tinkly tink noise there too. Anyway, we're here. You can see the electrification stuff. Let's go yellow, shall we? Let's make it a bit brighter. There we go. So you can see all the electrification. So from like here to, I think it's here, for electrification buffs, it's a conductor rail, not it's not wires. So there you go, little factoid for you. So very nice. Yeah, there you go. How do electrics work on it? By magic. No, there's a rigid bar. So it connects up to the rigid bar. There's like an interlock. There's like a connecting thingy on which side. Let me remind myself which side lifts. I presume the mechanicals are at this end. They're at this end, which means that this side will have a piece that'll lock in. So when it comes back down, it'll lock into the wires there. I think that's the right way around. Magical. Yes, it has an electrified rail above. You're exactly right. Contrapunctus mammalia. Yes. Right. So, there we go. Trowse Bridge. Number 15. What is number 15? It's Deptford Creek lift bridge, as made famous by Mr. Tim Dunn. Yeah, it's the lift bridge. Here it is, marvelous, and it is. Let's go. Let's look at this. You can see it's got a nice cycle lane going along here. It's very nice, isn't it? Lovely little cycle lane. And by the way, these images are all of almost all taken by Network Rail Air Ops. So shout out to Sean and the team. So you've got some interesting angles, I hope, here. You get to see some of the workings in a way that you might not otherwise see. You know, some of these are photos that generally you won't see out on the internet. So it's hopefully some unique views of some of these structures. This one's fun because it's got what look like troublesome trucks on the top. Some of these covered wagons, except I presume it's just somewhere where you hang out in the top when it's a bit wet. But it's got this. It's rather cumbersome looking structure. It was built in 1963 to replace a formal structure, the former structure. This is non-functional. Correct. Yes, it is non-functional. You're right. This is electrified, but no, it isn't. So it's electrified in the sense that there are electrics either side. But you can see if you really use your eyeballs here that actually the third rail ends and trains coast over it. So technically the bridge is not electrified. So electric trains run over it, but the bridge itself is not electrified. You can see the little painted dropping. You can see where those painted ends of the third rail where it kind of drops down. So there you go. Could I give a brief explainer of how each bridge moves? So the first one translates. That's Vazon sliding railway bridge. The second one is a swing bridge, so it lifts up. Sorry, not a swing bridge. Forgive me. It's a lifting bridge, but from a pivot. So I think that's. Or is it a swing bridge? Oh dang! Wait a minute. Oh dang! Maybe it's a swing bridge. Oh, it's a swing bridge. This one rotates. So this one, does that. It yaws. So it moves in yaw. It tries swing bridge. It yaws. There we go. So it doesn't lift. It rotates round, and I think it does. I think it will. Let me have a think. It will be. Actually, the locking thing is probably here because it's quite short. I think it will rotate this way actually. So the connecting point is here. It'll rotate that way. Anyway, right. So back to Deptford Creek lift bridge. This one lifts up. So far we have 3 different mechanisms. So we have got. Number 1 translation, or number 17 was translation. Number 16 was a swing bridge, which is a yaw, and this one is a lift bridge, which is a vertical translation. It goes up and down. There you are. That's how they move. Number 14. What is number 14? Here we go. Number 14 is. Oh, there are. If you want more, there are more factoids that I can read out. By the way, I can go into factual details about some of these. This one. So that one was updated in 1963. It's quite locally popular somehow. The original was there's a variety of facts about like one of the original was here like one of the earlier lifting bridges on a main line I think was the Deptford, but anyway. So there's what other facts can I come up with that to prepare myself for interesting facts? Oh, you'll like the next one. So number 14. This is a nice one. Here it is, Kingsferry Bridge. It's very nice. It connects the Isle of Sheppey to Kent, and it's a combined road bridge and rail bridge. There it is, and it's another lift bridge. So this thing again, a whole solid piece just goes up. It just lifts up. So if you look at the shadow, the whole thing just lifts up like that. There you are. So yeah, look at it, and it's very fetching. Let's have a look at another picture. And this was built in 1960, which is why it's so fetching. Look at that, gorgeous. There we are. Some nice singing in the background. It's the final movement of Beethoven's Ninth Symphony. Because why not? We're celebrating these, so we need celebratory music to celebrate these wonderful and fun and strange structures spread across this bizarre island. Yeah, I love this. It's great, and you can see the mechanism here. You can actually see the kind of lifting mechanism. It's a lift. You can sort of see all the cables there, or whatever it is. I don't know whether it's a sliding track and a chain. It's probably more than cables. It'll be some enormous chain sort of system because heavy. Obviously, it doesn't lift with trains on it. Although it'd be quite fun for them to park a train on it and lift it up. But I dare say it's not rated for that. In any case, there it is. There's a nice little charter train working its way across. It's lovely. I like this. Very nice. And bonus, you get a little picture of it under construction there. So you can sort of see the original here. So what appears to be the original structure here. Again, a shared road and rail. Although it looks kind of temporary there. But anyway, and you can see the new one under construction, looking very fetching. It's a bit weird that they've built one of the towers. Well, I suppose they're just being cheap, like we like to be in Britain. Build one, build the other. Anyway, here it is. It's been replaced by, kind of, for the road anyway, it's been replaced by a permanent fixed crossing that's very high up and above everything. Yeah, it's nice. I like this. It's very good. Love this. All this chat. There we go, here we go. Oh, please tell me there's not... I'm now gonna... Is it a... Oof. Okay. They have to still have a railway on them for them to count here. So they might not be movable anymore, but they do have to still be a railway bridge. There we are. So I think we're safe. Right. This one is still operational, yeah, for sure. Right, next one. Number 13. It is possibly my favourite. Stunner. Absolute stunner, this one. It's bonkers. So we've had a variety. We've had a couple of lift bridges. We've had a translational, sliding bridge. We've had a swing bridge. This one is a bascule. So Bisquickelhausen was referring to it. This one is a bascule bridge, which you can see it's got a weight at one end. Here it is, the weight at one end. And that weight goes down this way, which then makes this end go up, see, like that. So the whole thing rotates, so the bridge does that. It's a bascule bridge. Absolutely doolally and stunning. Built by the Great Central. Here it is. Here's the dedication plaque, which is quite nice. This bridge was opened for railway and highway traffic on May the 21st, 1916, by Lindsay County Council and the Great Central Railway, with, of course, Sam Fay as general manager. Shout out to Dr. David Turner, who knows quite a lot about Sam Fay. Anyway, and Lord Farringdon as chairman. Marvellous. The Right Honourable Lord Farringdon. Cool. Normal stuff. And as is the case on quite a few of these structures, Sir William Arrol and Company Limited are the contractors. They know how to do steel. So there we go. This is fit. Look at this. Glorious. King George V or Keedby Bridge. Just a fantastic structure. Look at that. And what's nice is we've got some built in 1960. We've got some really nice, juicy detailed shots here. So look at that. And this thing, just bonkers. So there's mechanism there. All this gubbins in it. Look at this. Look at this. It's like something made out of K'NEX or Lego Technic. It's just brilliant. So good. And down here as well. Look at all this. It's just fab. It's just an absolute... I love it. It's so good. This is excellent. Right, what am I going to do? I believe that this is a Grade 2 listed structure. Yes, it is. So, thankfully, it is. And it's got 50 metre... It's electrically powered still, and as was originally. It's 50 metre span, so it's pretty hefty. It's one of the first of its type built in Britain when it appeared. So, yeah, it's pretty cool. So, here we go. What's next? More pictures, I think. Here's more mechanism. Look at this. Proper Lego Technic stuff. Look at this. Oh, and cogs and wheels and challenge mode. Build this in Lego Technic. There you go, Mark. That's your challenge. Stunner. Absolute stunner. Number 12. We're going to keep pressing on. I'm going to make this a short episode because I have to edit next week's episode together. And also we're in a time limit. We've got 13 minutes left of bait 9, so we have to crack on with it. Meccano, you don't get the mechanisms with Meccano. You've got to use the old Lego Technic. Number 12. In at number 12 is Clachnahary Railway Swing Bridge, built in 1909. So we really jumped back in age. We've jumped back to quite the era. This is the first of two bridges that are in a way sort of connected to each other by, weirdly, a canal. Look at this. It's just a nice one. Very fetching. It's got a lovely 158 whizzing through there. This one it's another swing bridge. So it's a yawing swing bridge. I think the mechanism is on this side, and I think... Oh, no. Forgive me. The mechanism... There's a house here, which means... And the rotation... You can see the rotation is here. So this means it rotates, I would guess... interestingly, the fence is there and there, so I'm not entirely sure how it swings given the fact that there's the fence here and here, but I presume that it swings anyway this way. I guess, but I'm not sure. Someone can check. This isn't the borders. This is up near. This is up pretty much in Inverness. This is in Inverness. It's at one end of the Caledonian Canal. There we are. Lovely. Interesting use of the word whizzing when, I don't know, I think that is a 10 mile an hour speed board, so there is a 10 mile an hour PSR followed by a 45 mile an hour one, I think, there. Anyway, It's all very glorious. It's got that lovely Scottish feel of like the whitewashed houses and the little sort of edged stonework. This nice sort of stout-looking house and general white buildings. This nice little viewing thing here for the canal. Oh, it's lovely. It's lovely around there. Caledonian Canal, strong recommend. Lovely bit of engineering. Like hugely over-engineered, not hugely useful. People are saying I'm correct in the way it rotates. Marvellous. Anyway, right. That's 1909. There's another picture of it here. You can sort of see the approaches and sort of see the sort of the rotation point, and it swings. I do believe it swings like this here. I believe that's the situation. Actually, to be fair, the fence doesn't need to be that. There's a bit of a gap. I guess that's the way it goes, because it doesn't need. It'll swing around pretty sharply. So yeah, I can see what's going on there. And there's a yeah, you can see the 10 mile an hour PSI there. Oh, we're singing again. Right. So what's next? That's Clachanharry Railway Swing Bridge. In at number 11 is. It's the Oulton Broad Swing Bridge. This is right out in the flatty part of Anglia. I've got two angles to this one. Kind of quite nice. There, you can see both sides of it. This quite nice. There are another swing bridge. This one looks like it rotates in the middle again. So this one looks like it's rotating in both directions there. So sorry. So that would go that way, and that will go that way. I would guess. And then it has a kind of a landing, and you'll see this with some of the others. It has this sort of landing point, so it'll sit like that. Sorry, this will rotate, that'll rotate, and then eventually the bridge will sort of sit like this on top of those sort of supports. There we are. Everyone's talking about Abermau. I'm now googling and hoping. Oh, I see. Oh, yeah. Of course, Mouthach. Yes, Abermau. I don't know why I'm anglicised and I'm thinking too much on the old anglicised version. Anyway, Oulton Broad Swing Bridge. This is one of 3 swing bridges in very close proximity to each other on what is it? I don't remind myself exactly. I've got. It's a rare one when I've kind of got, like, not really, but kind of got show notes. They're all on the Wherry line. That's it. So, yes, so I'm just checking my stats. All of them are built at the same time, and they've all been kind of recently renewed, which is nice. Network Rail doing some renewal works on it. I think the road does move, and I think that looks to me like, I don't know, but I'm got a suspicion that it's a swing. It's a lift bridge, but like a bascule, as in it rotates this way, and then sort of the road is like that. That was very poorly sketched. Basically, I think that's a bridge. If you imagine that the road is going here, I think it lifts it into this position like that. And that's that one, the road bridge, not this one. Anyway, forget all that. Number 10. It's performative Welshness. Tom, are you being performatively Welsh? That's acceptable. Right. Number 10. What's it going to be? It's a very famous one, actually, for a variety of #reasons. Ruley Road Swing Bridge in Oxford. Firstly, there's a nice bit of junction work up here. Look at this. Lovely. Oh, very nice. No, it's down here, though. You'll notice it doesn't actually have an operational railway on it. But I'm making exceptions for some reasons. What are these reasons? These reasons are that it does have rails on it, so it does have track on it. This one is a bit special. So it was kind of built. I think it's going to be a bit of a Trigger's Broom situation, because it was built. It was originally designed by Robert Stevenson and built in kind of 1850 or 1850, kind of between 1850 and 1851, and it was kind of reconstructed to the same design, I think, using steel. 1890 using steel, 1890 using wrought iron, 1906 using steel girders, and it closed to use in 1984, so it stopped being used. But I'm giving it the benefit of the doubt because of the fact that it has rails on it, although it doesn't here. They've refurbished it recently. It's a scheduled monument, this one, which I know you might think is a bit weird, but it is a scheduled monument. So here we are. So this one was a swing bridge. So it was you can sort of see where the lines came in. The lines used to come in here, and then it sort of swung out this way. So this is it in its swung away position. If I jump to the other picture, yeah, it's in its swung away position, but it used to provide the connection through like this. Yeah? So that was the original sort of situation. So there you go. You might say this is cheeky, but it's not an operational swing bridge anymore, but it has tracks on it. I've ignored drinking this tea. So here we go. Number 9. What's it going to be? Number 9 is... it's a race against time, against Beethoven 9, in fact. Number 9 is Somerleyton Swing Bridge. Or is it Somerleyton? I don't know. English place names. I don't know. 1905. So this is another one of the 3, along with Reading, which I think is the next one. It's one of the 3 that are kind of on the same line, the Wherry lines, in a very flat part of the country. It's kind of nice, very fetching. It's got this sort of fetching sort of side profile there. It's got a little signal box that operates it. This one again is a swing, so it's a yawing, swinging one. You can see it rotates around this circle doodad here. There we go. Somerleyton Swing Bridge, 1905. There we are. Number 8. What's number 8? It is Reedham Swing Bridge, as I said. It's on the Wherry lines again. It's the same, built to the same design, basically. Rotates around here, swings around here. It's very nice, it's got another signal box. It's also got this quite fetching little kind of track alignment kind of went up to it, which is quite nice. You always want to cross rivers at 90 degrees to them, ideally, hence the alignment does this. It's very nice, I like this. So, Reedham Swing Bridge. There we go. There's another little picture of it. You can see again, it's got the ability to, it's got a little sort of little walking platform that I presume is an observation platform rather than pedestrian, but it's kind of nice, isn't it? Anyway, and then that rotates. So the section of rotation is like here to here. That's the bit that rotates. So very nice. Number 7. We're getting there. We are getting there. I've got tea. I have tea. We obviously have to. Definitely need to abolish the treasury. The merchandise will return, my friends. I promise. Banavie Railway Swing Bridge. We're from Inverness to Fort William. We're at the other end of the Caledonian Canal, and we are at. Let's have a look. We are at the bottom of Neptune's staircase. So this incredible series of locks. In fact, this is such a gorgeous setting here that I feel like it merits a little video. So I'm gonna briefly pause Beethoven. Sorry, mate. And we're gonna just to be ready to flip on to the next slide, because there's a little video that Transport Scotland made that's on their YouTube, but I've embedded it because it's quite nice. So we're going to just enjoy this for a little bit. Yeah, there's some serious protection to the. There's lots of people are talking about the last one, saying there's serious protection on the. If I go. Oh yeah, serious boat protection from boats trying to crash into it. Yeah, quite. Anyway, sorry, you get the ping again of Banavie. So anyway, there's the Railway Swing Bridge. Why do I think this is so fetching? Well, let's watch this. Let's watch and enjoy this little video, shall we? It's in 720p, sorry. But it's nice. Look at that. It's lovely. They're looking the wrong way. What they need to do is point the camera the other direction. But this is the bottom end of the Caledonian Canal. But there's Fort William and Banavie and all the grim places in between. There it is. So yeah, they're talking about the road bridge. I don't care about the road bridge. The railway bridge is the interesting one. You can see the railway bridge just beyond that the white one there, looking very nice. So they're shining at the the railway swing bridge carries the West Highland line. Yeah. Oh, I didn't realise this was actually on the road bridge. I just looked at it for the pictures. It's very nice though. We're going to ignore the Okay, they're looking at the road bridge. We'll ignore the road bridge. We're looking at the delicious railway bridge behind it. There we are. Now you need to show us Neptune's staircase, because that's the money shot. Come on. There we go. Neptune's staircase. Gorgeous. And Ben Nevis is like that way. Pretty stunning location, to be honest. It's an absolute stunner. There we go. Look at that. Very nice. It's amazing what you can do with a drone, isn't it? Neptune's staircase is in and of itself great fun. I've visited many times. It's tremendous fun. I recommend cycling along the Caledonian Canal. It's great. But also you can go in it on a boat. Apparently, that is what it's for. Very nice. There's a nice little cafe in that little shop there. There we are. Yeah, it's not a quick process getting your boat down. You're far quicker to cycle the Caledonian Canal. It's the longest staircase lock in Britain. Yeah, it doesn't have the most locks though, because I think that's reserved for the Huddersfield Narrow Canal. I might also not be right on that, but anyway, there you go. Marvellous, isn't it? I like that. Very nice. I think they're across the third lock. Oh, that's right. They exist. Yeah. They're talking about roads. Yeah, we don't care about the road bridge. Yeah. Fine. It's fetching. We're enjoying this, aren't we? Well, I am. I mean, I enjoy a little bit of sunset drone footage. Anyway, there. Thanks, Transport Scotland. You're too road obsessed. You need to do more railway stuff. Fix it. Anyway, there we are. Marvellous. Thanks. Oh, it's from 2017. There you go. Lovely. Anyway, that's on YouTube. You can go watch it. Number 6. Let us resume. Let us resume. Here we go. We're resuming Beethoven. Here we go. Number 6. It is the Neath River Swing Bridge in Neath, down kind of Carmarthen way. Wait. Sorry, Swansea way. Forgive me. Swansea. I don't know, you can tell my brain is fried. It's been one of those days. Anyway, here. This is it's in Neath, near Swansea. And it's a swing bridge, and it is locked into place. It's welded into place. But the structure's still there, still extant. Is it listed? Oh, listed questions. Is it listed? I'm not sure it is. Oh, no, it is. It is grade 2 listed. There you go. Most of these are listed because, you know, we have a fascination with these structures. They're quite unique. Here it is, looking... I don't know if I have a better picture of it. I'm just going to tell you, this railway line and the swing bridge are a little bit knackered. So TLC required. It doesn't do much more than being a freight diversion route at this point. I'm not sure how much traffic that even provides. So, but a necessary link, a useful link, a valuable link. I'm glad it exists. It's very interesting, and then you can see some pretty substantial. Guardrails in there. There you can see the guardrails kind of, and also some some sort of the kind of the catch rails at the other end. Anyway, right, I digress. Number 5. We're running out of time. Ooh. Number 5 is Selby. We're in Selby Swing Bridge. Built in... Oh, yeah, I've not been saying times. So, sorry, we breached the... Banavie was 1901. Neath, 1892. We're very much now into the 1800s. So 1891 was the Selby Swing Bridge. The original was built earlier than that, like in 1840... maybe it might just be 1840. But that was bulldozed, and they then built an upgrade in 1891. This used to be the East Coast Main Line for a while, which is bonkers. It isn't anymore. It's quite nice. It's a fetching little sort of bridge. You can see it's got this iconic. I mean, it's iconic enough to be on a rock. Thanks to Bessie. There's the little sort of head kind of thing here. Also, you can see the Selby sort of Minster there. It's very nice. Anyway, and here's the structure in more close up. What used to be quite interesting about this is it used to have gauntleted track over it to deal with to put the SNC at the other end. They used to have gauntleted track paralleling the East Coast Main Line and the Hull lines used to kind of run on top of each other. It did indeed used to be on the East Coast Main Line, Matt Reed. You're exactly right. And it's got this kind of nice fanning out into Selby Station at the other end, which I quite like. Here it is with the river not in spate, and here it is with the river very much in spate, with a nice, what is that, 156 possibly, or a 155 whizzing over it. Anyway, and it's got this church-looking building, which actually might be a pumping station. I don't know, but it's all very interesting around here. It's been recently refurbished. I don't know if that's a pre and post refurbishment. That looks post refurbishment. This looks pre refurbishment. Anyway, all looking very nice and smart. Love a bit of Selby Swing Bridge, 1891. Number 4. We're getting there, folks. We're getting there. What are we looking at? I'm running out of. If I jump us back to 20 minutes, then it gives us a bit of extra time on the old Bait 9 professional show, right? I didn't actually sneeze there, as you might have noticed, in case anyone's sneezophobic. Number 4. In at number 4. We're getting close, folks. It's Hawarden Bridge, 1889. Here it is, an enormous structure, absolutely enormous structure. I had the pleasure of doing some work at Hawarden Bridge recently. It was, when it was built, it was the largest swing bridge anywhere in the UK. It was massive. It was exceeded. Where are we? It also weirdly has the held until recently held the record for the highest temperature in Wales. That was busted up by July 2022. Curse you, July 22. And then, apparently it lost its record, then regained it again the next day, reaching 37 degrees. Good grief, I would not want to look at what the track was like after 37 degrees. Yikesies. But anyway, there we are. So, it took them 3 years to build it. Pretty kind of substantial structure. Massive. Here we are, 1889. Epic. Here's some nice other views of it. You can see they're doing some refurbishment work for this photo. You can see that the thing swings. I mean, it is enormous. We'll just check where exactly the swing. Yeah, this whole bit swings. Hence why it's so massive. It's huge. This whole section. So from here to here, that section, and it swings this way. Pretty much all the ones we've been looking at so far have been, all of these ones now, this run of them have all been swing bridges, which is by far the most popular. I know it's Hawarden. I know it's Hawarden. Gareth, I know. I have to correct myself every time I was saying it is Hawarden. Yes. Anyway, right. This one has been welded shut, but all the mechanism remains, so it doesn't operate, but it could operate without a nightmarish amount of work. I wouldn't want it to. And there's some nice fetching images of it from another angle you might not have seen. Yeah, particularly this one. It's nice, isn't it? A couple of different angles. Oh, there you go. So, number 3. Oh, we're getting there. It's the countdown from 3 to 2 to 1, as counting down works. Number 3. It's the Haven Railway Swing Bridge, Boston Harbour. Built in 1884. It's a funny little one, this, but it still exists. It still gets worked. Looks a bit of a heritage railway, because it's got this classic sort of level crossing. They're reballasted. See, it's had some work. I think this is post-refurbishment. There it is. Look at it. Funny little thing. Providing a connection over into the kind of the harbour area. So there you go. That's that one. 1884. Very nice. So there you go. Number 2. We're getting there. We're very much getting there. Number 2 is Skelton Viaduct, Gould Viaduct. Here it is, built in 1869, a big leap back now. A very fetching rotating structure. It's marvellous, absolutely marvellous, and a pretty hefty scale as well. Hence the Network Rail video. It's a very nice Network Rail video they've done, but it's very nice. And look, we've got some nice sort of zoomed in pictures. There's underwear. There's a person in orange here wobbling around. It's kind of nice. It's got this sort of structures here. And here is another zoomed-in look with sort of, it's got some gubbins here, and cable management, possibly cable management to do with the fact that it swings around, but you can sort of see more gubbins and cables and all sorts. These are quite complicated machines. Yeah, they are complicated machines. The fun thing for Mark here as a bridge fan is the fact that these are a combination of civil and mechanical engineering, which is fun, which is kind of why I enjoy my job, because that's what P-Way is. And here's someone else having a wander around up into the little control room, which is nice as well. Look at that. Love that. Very nice. Now, here's a nice little straight line view there. Lovely shot from the helicopter. Number 1. What is number 1 going to be? What is it going to be? It's Barmouth Bridge. It is the bridge over the Mouveach. Barmouth Bridge is the oldest, 1867. Here it is. Isn't it marvellous? Look at that. Beautiful. This is a lovely bridge. It's enormous. It's a huge long bridge. It's recently been refurbished, listed to high heaven, and it has a variety of interesting things about it. So it's one of the few remaining timber bridges left, if any remain. There are a few here and there, but it's certainly the longest timber viaduct in Wales, one of the oldest in regular use in the UK, in Britain. It's pretty legendary. It's an enormous structure. It's huge, so huge that I can't actually fit it in one image. So you can't fit it in one helicopter shot. Even when you zoom right out behind it and look at the structure, you can't spot it. But indeed, if we whiz back to the first picture, you can see that it had a swingable structure. Here it is, another swingable structure. There we are. Look at that, swingable. And it is marvellous. Look at that. Here we go. Yeah. So we've got, look at all these swings around, and the issue you've got here is partly that the worms and creatures just continue to eat the timber. No matter how good the timber you bring in is, it gets obliterated. What's great about this one is you can cycle across, although the council continually threaten to take that function away. But you can cycle across it. There's a lovely little cycle bridge which I've done. I did a cycle from Conwy to Cardiff, and it included going over this bridge on my way down across. So that was fun. It pivots around this point here. There you go. So that's the and it allows little boaties to, well, it doesn't anymore, but it used to allow little boaties to go this way and that way. Little boaties to nip in and out. It's marvellous. It's a fantastic structure. It doesn't swing anymore. No, it has been welded shut. So I don't think you can get anything tall with a tall mast under there without dropping the mast. But it is a fantastically fetching structure. It's epic. It's just long and very fetching. You remember that like second or third RailNet episode, this featured with a 158 trundling across. It's just very nice, and it will end with this nice picture because I quite like this of the structure. It's just this. Okay, this isn't the swinging bit, but the actual structure itself is pretty epic. 1867 Barmouth Bridge, and there we go. And that's number one. So the number one on our list of 17. But the key question: have I missed any, folks? Have I missed any? Yeah, have I missed any? Your thoughts, your suggestions. Anyone? Have I missed any? I can go big face if you like. What do you think? Have I missed any? I'm going to sip tea while. Yeah, the Movable Trail up to Dolgellau is lovely. It's very nice. I'd strongly recommend it. Indeed, that's what I cycled on. I went up to Dolgellau and then went over the hill past Cross Foxes and then kind of down to drop down with my absolute favourite view down towards Towin with the and I stayed in Abergynolwyn. I camped in a little what wasn't I camped in a field in Abergynolwyn. Lovely. Rob Brewer. Alas, Ashton Avenue Bridge in Bristol no longer nearly meets your criteria. At its peak, it was a double deck. Road over 2-track rail swing bridge, now single deck guided busway and cycle footpath. Ah, sad. There we go. Yeah, Preston was not included. I don't think Preston has a railway on it. If I search Preston Swing Bridge right now, Preston Swing Bridge. If I look at images of it, it does. It does. No. So we have 18. Well, there we go. It was inevitability. Does it actually still? It does. Yeah. Look, folks. If I drag this picture, if I in fact, I can edit on the fly. It's one of my amazing skills. It's not one of my skills at all. If I do this and then do this, I have found evidence. I have found evidence of a failure on my part. So it looks like I have missed Preston Swing Bridge. Oh my goodness. Because it does have trains going over it. There we go. I hadn't included it. Whose is it? Whose is Preston Swing Bridge? Whose does it belong to? Tell me things. Tell me. Where are we? Donald, tell me. It is a heritage railway, so it's not Network Rail. Okay. Wait, are any of the others Network Rail? I think are any of the others not Network Rail? I think all of the others are Network Rail, so they're on the operational mainline railway. I'm creating new criteria to explain why this is excluded. Yeah, there's going to be a whole load of other. No, I like 17. It's a prime number. I'm a big fan of prime numbers. Yeah, well, this is indeed so this, what is this? It is a swing bridge. It looks kind of newer. I don't really understand this structure, but it's not Network Rail, so it doesn't count. That's the criteria I'm going to use. No, do send them in, and we'll continue to add to the list. Apparently, Trowse Swing Bridge is also the site of a small signalling centre for the Cromer line installed in 2001. And indeed, I did film Trowse. What else did? Oh, there are two things. There are two things that Contrapunctus Mammalia points out. That interesting thing. But I went over Trowse Bridge on the episode with Simon Kendler. Hello, Simon. When we went out and tested the Stadler alerts, went over Trowse Bridge. I think I filmed it as I went over. But also Trowse Bridge it does indeed feature in my Pinch Points episode, which was like the first like full RailNet episode? I can't remember. Anyway, there we go. Oh, you can't see. Wait a minute, small face. I need to go small face so you can see. There, look, there it is. Sorry, I wasn't explaining very well. Here is the bridge that I've omitted, which possibly for. Have I omitted it deliberately? I'm going to say yes, but is it 18? It looks quite new. When was it built? I don't know. We'll find out, but possibly 17 or 18. So are we considering it? Are we not? Thoughts on a postcard, or perhaps in the Discord server, because it's time to finish. It has been a small one. It's been a short one. I've managed to make a short episode happen. Hooray! This is available on audio only for all good podcasting platforms. You can listen to RailNatter. Patreon.com/GarethDennis is where you can support more of this nonsense happening, which is nice because I enjoy it and hopefully you've enjoyed it too. PayPal.me/GarethDennis. And people do continue to throw me pennies and abuse on PayPal.me/GarethDennis. If you want to be mean to me, do it through paypal.me/GarethDennis and involve loose change. Very welcome. Thanks to everyone who's been chucking money that way as well. A big surge of that recently for some reason, but very great thanks to all of you. Times are tight, so I appreciate every penny. And GarethDennis.co.uk/Discord for the chat that's been happening in the corner that I'm gesticulating towards and you cannot see because my camera is not on. Next week is going to be strange. I'm editing it as we speak. I will literally finish the edit momentarily. Episode 137, taking the train from York to Mansfield, only to drive straight back again. What on earth could happen in that episode? I'm going to give nothing away. You have that to look forward to. So that's next week. I'll be away. I'll be in Philadelphia in the US and in other places as well with Roz and then with Liam. So that's going to be fun. Oh, all of you who've been watching this, thanks so much. That it only seems that one has been iffily omitted, but in fairness, it should have been included. So yes, Preston should have been involved. Go Birds, indeed, Richard Smith. Yes. My condolences from Zach. Thanks, Zach. There are loads currently closed ones. There are a huge list of swing bridges I could not possibly include. It would be unrealistic, but that's a reasonably useful reference, I hope, if you're interested to talk about swing bridges or movable bridges in Britain. To all of you. For those of you asking when the next An Engineer Plays is coming out, it'll be in a couple of weeks because I'm away next week. So the week after, I'll be back and I should be able to have time to stream. So I shall do that. I will wave vigorously. Everyone, have a nice evening. Cheerio, cheerio.